Hi everyone, my name is Mo Saha. I am an artist, coloring book author, and an avid art journaler. And today I'm here with my July edition of the Mixed Media Journal by Grafix. Those who have been following me know that I started working on this Mixed Media Journal in the beginning of 2025. And while I explore all the various surfaces that Grafix manufactures, this is a nice sampler of all of those, almost all of those surfaces. And here's the clear Duralar, matte Duralar, wet media Duralar, opaque white Durabright craft plastic, opaque black Durabright craft plastic, natural chipboard, and there are discs to hold the book together when it's all done. Every month I am creating a page or a spread that not only explores the various products, not only the surfaces, but also at least one other product, also made by Grafix, while I create kind of a manifesto for myself that brings me to my truth, keeps me authentic. It's a set of reminders and encouragements as to what my life experiences is teaching me to being the person that I am, and rather than getting lost in the many voices, much noise that we all are surrounded by. So in the spirit of that, for the month of July, I think what could be better than the theme of freedom? Of all the quotes and topics and essays that I have heard and read about freedom, there are two that stand out to me. One is freedom is not free. Freedom has to be earned. And while in spirit we are all born free and that's how we should continue to be able to live, that's really not how it works out as I have seen or experienced. And the other thing is, with freedom comes responsibility. Like, to exercise that freedom, to respect the freedom of others. And most of all, what I have found is the freedom that comes after not having freedom in certain aspects of life. That makes you appreciate the value of the domain of freedom, what freedom means for life. Your specific situation, my specific situation, it may look a little different, but the freedom to choose, the freedom to decide for yourself, the freedom to act on your free will, these don't come free. You have to earn it, you have to protect it. And that is, and of course, above all, you have to be grateful for the freedom that you have. And it is a privilege. It is a right, but it is also a privilege. Today I want to work on the matte Duralar. So this is a frosted kind of surface. I have worked with it before and I can tell you I love it. I love this frosty look, and especially in a journal where there are clear elements as well as opaque elements, but you're seeing through. It contributes so greatly to that beautiful unfolding mystery that you experience as you flip through the pages, each page of the journal. I can show you what I mean by returning to my journal that I've been working on since January. And this is where I started with the wet media Duralar, and then I used the matte Duralar, and you can see how the mystery builds. And then I come to the opaque. This was the opaque white Durabright craft plastic, And then I came to the black. This is also the opaque black Durabrite craft plastic. And then working front and back. When it's an opaque surface, it is possible to do front and back as I have done in here. And when it is clear, it's great to take advantage of the fact that you are seeing through, you are getting to peek through what's coming next. Let me bring in one of the chipboard surfaces to use underneath. That way you can see clearly. The matte Joural is an excellent surface to work with color pencils. So I pulled out some of my color pencils. Like, you can always attach stuff to this, you can stencil things in, you can mask things out, but sometimes it is very delightful to go and just draw on the page. So that is what I'm going to try to do here. And this is the surface that is going to come right under this one. So keeping in mind that I want to compose my page without being fully visible from the front, as well as like leaving it a little bit of mystery, but also showing enough to hopefully attract the viewer to turn the page. I want to create a simple little flower, something like a carnation. Okay, so at this point I think I'm going to bring in a product, the prepared Frisket film. I have a little bit from January, quite a bit from January left over, so I'm going to try to use that. What I'm going to do is I want to create a stamen here, and instead of trying to color around it, this is how I'm going to do it. Using this Frisket film to mask off certain part of the drawing just eases the movement, because I know whatever I do not want any color on is still staying protected, and that I think creates a natural flow rather than painting around all these little details. And it also saves you some time, and that's the very basic use that I'm talking about. And this is, I might need to cut a little bit more, but this is the idea. So I just have to peel this off. Look at that. That came out so tidy. I love it. And then I want to write freedom across up here to here. That I'm going to do with my regular graphite pencil. I just love how one surface, a plastic surface nonetheless, would allow you to draw on it with color pencils, erase it with a standard graphite eraser, allow you to write on it with paint pens, which I have done before, as well as with acrylic paint, standard craft acrylic paint, nothing fancy. This particular surface has my heart. No matter how I do it, it's just that how versatile it can be, it just makes me so happy. And I want to say it the way I had actually journaled it. And you appreciate the true domain of freedom when you have experienced captivity. I do not know in today's world if most of us experience captivity in the literal sense of the word, but there are restrictions, there are limitations that are imposed on us that we are taught to honor as we grow up. And this is more so for women. And I grew up in a different continent, and I have lived more than half of my life in this country. And there are differences, but there are some core commonalities in our experiences that make us value freedom. It makes us, we are almost taught to be afraid of freedom. But if you can find the courage to walk beyond that fear, you will see how much you are going to enjoy the privilege of making your own decisions, sticking to your own decisions. Yes, you listen to all the important people, sometimes strangers, you read books, you get your information, but the decision is yours to make, and the decision is yours to honor, and that is a privilege. And there is nothing but gratitude that I have for that privilege. It's an earned privilege, but it's a privilege nonetheless. It may be a good idea to dry that paint. Well, even under that direct heat, the plastic surface did not melt, it did not buckle, it did not curl up, it did not get so hot I can't handle it, and it did not smell bad. So that's all of those I count in the plus. I just want to see how this would look. I like it. I like it. This talks about freedom, and this is in theme with July, 4th of July. I was born in India, and that is where I grew up, and we celebrate Independence Day on 15th of August. So within a month of each other, So freedom is something I think about a lot. Freedom not just, in a national geopolitical level, but also the freedom of making choices. We are, as women, we are new to this, collectively. Some may be more privileged than others, but collectively we are new to getting more freedom, earning our freedom, earning the right to choose, right? So that makes you understand that you may not have been the person who was as restricted, say, as your mother's generation or her mother's generation, but still there are many restrictions that are placed on women, and we can still value the freedom that we earn, because it opens up a whole domain for us that we did not have before. And so knowing that what was not there is now available is something to be immensely, immensely grateful for. And with that, I will close this video up, and then I will see you in August. So until then, bye bye.